Hello there guys, welcome to another of my live videos, and on this video there is lots to negotiate about. So I am going to be giving you some latest news on Ansu Fati Vieira. I think I've spoken with you about him earlier on this week. Then I'm going to be talking with you a bit more about Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen, because there is huge developments on him. Then I am going to be talking with you a bit more about Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba and that. Of course, on my recent video that I did this morning, I give you the breaking news on Jude Bellingham from Birmingham. Manchester United now are set to miss out, or have missed out, on Jude Bellingham, because the German football expert Christian Falk, he has said that Jude Bellingham has decided to join Borussia Dortmund. He's decided to join Borussia Dortmund. Obviously, it came out a few months ago, back in March, saying that, Borussia Dortmund were emerged as the favourites to get Jude Bellingham. But, we have been in for Jude Bellingham for quite some time. And obviously, Jude Bellingham's father recently urged his son to go to Borussia Dortmund instead of Manchester United. Don't forget, on Monday, Pep Cloytek, the Birmingham boss, he announced that, he will be leaving Birmingham at the end of the season. And then, reflecting on that, it says, Man United were leading the race for the player. But Pep Cloytek the other week did send a warning out to Man United, saying that more clubs will attract their interest in Jude Bellingham. He did also say that Jude Bellingham's expected to stay at Birmingham for the remainder of the season. And he did say when he does turn 17 years of age, he will sign his professional contract, because at the moment Jude Bellingham is on around 145 quid a week at Birmingham. Obviously, don't forget, we made a promise as well to Jude Bellingham that, if he did sign for the football club in the summer transfer window, he will immediately, become a first team player. And it also mentioned the other week that we wanted to get Jude Bellingham's brother as part of the deal. And his brother is Joe Bellingham, and he is just the age of 15. But Birmingham, are going to get rid of Jude Bellingham, obviously, to resolve their financial issues. Birmingham did say, though, the other week that they do want the full cash amount up front, and it said the deal could be worth around £50 million and that. But it's a shame, that we're not going to be getting Jude Bellingham, because he would have fitted Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's transfer strategy perfectly. He is only the age of 16. Don't forget, Bellingham became the youngest player to represent Birmingham, made his senior debut at the age of 16 years and 38 days, and has played persistently in the Championship this season. I think he's played around 30 odd games. Don't forget, back in March, he visited our Carrington training ground, did Jude Bellingham, and he held talks with Sir Alex Ferguson, and Ed Woodward had also held negotiations with his parents, so that did, fuel speculation up. So yeah, so it's looking likely, Jude Bellingham is going to be going to Borussia Dortmund. So I've spoken with you about that this morning. I obviously as well give you the latest news on Jadon Sancho, didn't I? And that, you know the news regarding him. So anyway, let's delve into news now on Ansu Fati Vieira. So according to Sport, and this is actually in the Sun, Manchester United are set to go all out for Ansu Fati Vieira. Obviously, it did report out earlier on this week that, we did have an £89 million bid turned down for the player, because obviously, Barcelona, have no intentions of selling Fati Vieira. His release clause is around £150 million at the moment. But reportedly, we want to try and get a deal over the line for the player before his buyout clause rises to £360 million. Because if he does sign a professional contract with Barcelona, his release clause will be £360 million. George Mendes, I think he was in talks with Barcelona a month or so ago, regarding Ansu Fati Vieira's valuation. But, Barcelona did say they are not determined to sell the player. Now, he is only the age of 17, is Fati Vieira. He predominantly plays as a left winger. And I think, we're seeing him as an alternative to Jadon Sancho, Fati Vieira and that. Obviously, this has been his first season in Barcelona's senior squad. He did make his debut for Barcelona last year, became the I think second youngest player in history, to make his debut for Barcelona. I think he has got a contract with Barcelona until 2022. I think he has been at Barcelona now, what good is it, 7 or 8 years. Barcelona did get him in 2012 from Sevilla. So we are now set to go all out for the player. So now we may be willing to submit another offer in. We'll probably offer more than £89 million, to test Barcelona's stance on the player and that. But yeah, he's very, very young. So that is the latest news on him. Now let's delve into news on Kai Havertz from Bayer Leverkusen. So according to recent reports, Kai Havertz is still open to joining Manchester United in the summer transfer window, but Chelsea are still emerged as the favourites to sign the player. Now obviously, recently Newcastle have expressed their interest. He recently said that Manchester City have been in for Kai Havertz for the last year or so. Obviously, there's been talks about Kai Havertz possibly going to Bayern Munich. If he was to go to Bayern Munich, then obviously, he would remain in Germany. He said the other week that Real Madrid had put around the £71 million bidding for him, but they were planning to sign him next summer instead of this summer and that. So, he's been subjected to a lot of transfer speculation. And like I mentioned, Chelsea have done really, really good business so far. Obviously, they're on the verge of getting Timo Werner from RB Leipzig. Chelsea are going to get him for around 53 or 54 million pounds. That's his release clause in his RB Leipzig contract, is Timo Werner's. And he is a cheap solution because in reality, Werner is worth around 90 or 100 million pounds. Don't forget, Chelsea have already offered him a 5-year deal worth around £200,000 a week. I think it did say last week, Timo Werner to Chelsea would be announced sometime this week and that. But as far as I'm aware at the moment, he has not yet put pen to paper on that 5-year deal. So Timo Werner is going to be Frank Lampard's second signing as Chelsea manager, and it's going to be their second signing of the summer. So Chelsea are looking to build on that. Don't forget, Ben Chilwell is their number one priority target. He's from Leicester. He's a left back. Obviously, Chelsea have recruited a few players in from Leicester. They got N'Golo Kante from Leicester. They got Danny Drinkwater from Leicester and that. And, he recently said that Chelsea put around the £75 million bidding for Kai Havertz. Now, obviously, there was reports coming out the other week. I think it was a couple of weeks ago now, and it was stemming from Sky Sports, saying that, we was allegedly leading the race for Kai Havertz, and, we'd put around the £50 million bidding for the player. But obviously, £50 million bid is not going to be enough to convince, Leverkusen to offload him. Leverkusen will want around £70 million to get rid of him. But he did say he's open to making a move to the Premier League. Almost forgot to mention, Liverpool have also been long admirers of Kai Havertz as well. Now, Kai Havertz's versatility is very, very good. Up until this point, Kai Havertz has spent the entirety of his career with Bayer Leverkusen. I think he was in their youth setup for a good, 6 or 7 years. And I think he broke into Bayer Leverkusen's senior squad in 2016. But since then has become an integral part of their team. Don't forget, Kai Havertz became the youngest player to reach 50 and 100 appearances in the German top flight, and he was the youngest debutant in the Bundesliga. And Kai Havertz is only at the age of 21. But I think it did mention that we made a transfer approach for Kai Havertz weeks ago and that. So, he is now on our agenda. But Chelsea, like I mentioned, are leading the race for the player. Kai Havertz can play as an attacking midfielder, and he can also play as a winner. But Kai Havertz is not the only midfielder on our agenda. Obviously, Jack Grealish, he's on our agenda. The ongoing situation with Jack Grealish. It did mention not too long ago that, Jack Grealish is now our number one priority target. Like it did say from Sky Sports not too long ago, Man United's interest in Jack Grealish depends on Aston Villa's survival. So reportedly, if Aston Villa were to survive relegation, Villa wouldn't be willing to offload Jack Grealish. But if there was to get relegated, then they would be willing to offload Jack Grealish. But Villa have basically said, they do want £80 million for Jack Grealish, regardless whether they get relegated or not. They won't get £80 million if they got relegated anyway. Maybe, they could get maybe 40 or £50 million, and we're hopeful of getting Grealish for around 40 or £50 million, something like that. But he is our number one priority target. And of course, as well, we can double Jack Grealish's wages. There were stories coming out the other week as well, saying that we could offer up to 5 of our players for Grealish. I think this was stemming from the Manchester Evening News. But up until this point, Jack Grealish has spent the entirety of his career with Aston Villa. He's been a Villa player since the age of 6. He's been in their senior squad since 2014. So this has been his 6th season in Aston Villa's senior squad. And since he broke into the senior squad, he has become an integral part of their team. And he's definitely flourished under Dean Smith's guidance. Grealish has got a contract with Aston Villa until 2023. We've already revealed that Grealish is our preference over James Maddison. The few main explanations why Grealish is our preference is because Grealish's stats throughout the course of this season have been better than Maddison's. Plus, he's more versatile than James Maddison and all of that. And plus, he is a cheaper solution. And this is, why. And of course, Jack Grealish is well Premier League proven. But there again, James Maddison is well Premier League proven in that. Obviously, on my video that I did yesterday, I give you the news on Donny van de Beek from Ajax. He's another midfielder on our agenda is Donny van de Beek. There has been reports saying that Man United are leading the race for Donny van de Beek, because he's got doubts about, making a move to Real Madrid. Obviously, because of Real Madrid's finances and stuff like that. Of course, we have been in negotiations with Edwin van der Sar and that, because Edwin van der Sar is the CEO of Ajax, and he did confirm that Man United are interested in signing Donny van de Beek. But Edwin van der Sar did warn that, Ajax are not going to let their players go on the cheap. So basically, we are planning to hijack Real Madrid's pursuit of, Donny van de Beek, because, there has been stories coming out, saying like Real Madrid have agreed, to get Donny van de Beek for around £49 million. Donny van de Beek had currently denied this and that. But we're hopeful that we can get Donny van de Beek for around £36 million or something like that, So we want to get him in a cut price deal. And I do like Donny van de Beek a lot, he's predominantly a box-to-box midfielder, is Donny van de Beek. He primarily plays as the number 6. Up until this point, Donny van de Beek has spent the entirety of his career with Ajax. I think this has been Donny van de Beek's 12th season with Ajax in total, because obviously, he joined their youth setup in 2008. He was in their youth setup for 7 years. Van de Beek broke into Ajax's senior squad in 2015. So this has been now his 5th season in Ajax's senior squad. But he's become an integral part of their team since he broke into their senior squad and that. I think we have got an element of concern about recommending him in though, because he's probably because we think some United fans think he's got too many similarities to Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. So there's actually no chance that we could get Donny van de Beek on the board. Ajax have let quite a few of their players go in recent years. Don't forget to let Frankie de Jong go. They let Matthijs de Ligt go to Juventus and that. So there has been so many midfielders on our agenda and that. So now, I want to give you the news on Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. Then I'm going to delve into a bit of news regarding Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and that. So, I think, Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes as a midfield partnership, I think, it's the best midfield partnership in the Premier League. I really, really do in that. Now, as you all know, Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes' positions have been changed by Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Solskjaer confirmed this recently. Now, Paul Pogba is going to be our next number 10. Like I mentioned, Paul Pogba has been deployed as a number 10 several times during his Manchester United career. So this does mean Paul Pogba will be playing just behind the central striker, and he will be playing just in front of Bruno Fernandes. Of course, Bruno Fernandes will be playing in the number 8. United fans have got different perceptions on this because, some United fans, will say, we should keep Bruno Fernandes in number 10 because that's his predominant position and that's where he's more effective. And, we should put Paul Pogba in either the number 6 or the number 8 and that. But now the decision has been made. And like I did say, our first choice midfield trio, will be obviously, Paul Pogba, Bruno Fernandes and Scott McTominay. Probably Fred will play instead of one of them every so often. Matic will still get his chances like I mentioned, but I think he'll drop more to the bench now. But revert back to what I said, I'm very, very excited about the prospects of, Paul Pogba playing alongside Bruno Fernandes in our midfield. I think they are going to be playing together today in our game against West Brom. I'm not too sure if it's kicked off in that because it does say, we do play West Brom in 2 friendlies today. We were supposed to be playing Stoke earlier on in the week at Carrington, but obviously, the game got called off because the Stoke boss Michael O'Neill got tested positive for coronavirus and that. But I'm really, really excited about the prospects of it, and I did say, Bruno Fernandes is key to Paul Pogba's future. Because obviously, if Paul Pogba and Bruno Fernandes can form a good midfield partnership, then I think, Paul Pogba could then, or will, commit his long-term future with Manchester United and then probably, will end up signing a new long-term contract. I think we have been in talks over extending Paul Pogba's contract at the football club. As it stands at the moment, Pogba's got exactly a year left on his Manchester United contract, but the club do have an option to extend it for a further year, and will probably trigger that 1-year extension on Paul Pogba's contract. Like I did say now, Paul Pogba is back from injury because, he did have an ankle injury, did Paul Pogba. He's only played 8 times this season for the football club, don't forget. So I haven't really had a perception on him throughout the course of this season. Last game Paul Pogba played was our 4-1 win against Newcastle. And the last time he started from the start was back in September, Paul Pogba and that. But now it's really, really good that he's back. And to be fair, Pogba has been doing very, very well in training. Don't forget Paul Pogba is our most expensive signing. We did pay £89 million for him from Juventus back in 2016. So as it stands at the moment, he is our most expensive signing. And he's also one of the highest paid players at the football club because in his current contract at the moment, I think he's on just under £300,000 a week, is Pogba in that. But yeah, so more or less now, Paul Pogba's future at the football club's been resolved because like I did say, Paul Pogba had a long-running transfer saga. Obviously, there was narratives about him possibly going back to Juventus. And I did say if Pogba leaves Man United, he will go back to Juventus because don't forget Paul Pogba endured 4 exceptional years with Juventus. But the vast majority of his performances at Man United have been totally comparison. Like I said, there's been a lot of narratives about him possibly going to Real Madrid and that. Don't forget last summer, Real Madrid were relentlessly linked with Paul Pogba. But, the main explanation, why Pogba's move to Real Madrid didn't materialise last summer was reflecting on the substantial amount we put on him. Because we said last summer we wanted 180 million for Paul Pogba. Real Madrid were not willing to meet that valuation. But definitely Pogba wanted to leave last summer because he said he was seeking for a new challenge and even publicly admitted that he wanted to leave the football club. And I do believe that, Real Madrid have held secret negotiations with Pogba's agent, Mini Raiola. Also, Mini Raioola's had discussions with Juventus, but we do believe that Mini Raiola is the only one that wants Pogba to leave the club, and all of that. But we've been very, very critical of Mini Raiola since the turn of the year, reflecting on some of the comments he has said. And I think Ed Woodward earlier on this year had negotiations with Mini Raiola. PSG have also been in for Pogba as well. Because there were stories coming from Leeds 10 Sport the other week saying that Pogba's open to making a move to PSG. Inter Milan have been in for him before. Also, Barcelona have been in for the player and that. I think the best we've seen of Paul Pogba under Solskjaer is that 3-month period when, Solskjaer was the interim manager and that. Like I said, Pogba endured a very, very difficult time under the Jose Mourinho era, but a lot of top players endured a very difficult time under the Mourinho era. Obviously, we had Paul Pogba when he was a lot younger under Alex Ferguson, but we had to let him go. Obviously, due to limited appearances, we let him go on a free transfer. Pogba's won 2 trophies at the football club, and that was the Europa League and the League Cup in his first season at Manchester United and that. But we've obviously confirmed anyway now that Paul Pogba's not for sale. we do value him at around £150 million. Swap deals have been high on the agenda. Like I mentioned, Juventus have tried offering quite a few of their players for Pogba. Real Madrid have tried to offer 3 or 4 of their players for Paul Pogba as well. But swap deals are very, very rare in the modern game and that. So yeah, so that's the news on Pogba and Bruno Fernandes. But I've obviously I've given my verdicts on Bruno Fernandes, haven't I? I've said I think that Bruno Fernandes is the foreseeable future for Man United. He's enjoyed a fantastic start to his Man United career. Don't forget, won Premier League Player of the Month for February. Reflects on his good run of performances. Bruno Fernandes has 3 goals and 4 assists so far for Man United. He's done. He has done really, really well. We got him in a deal worth around £65 million with add-ons included, and I think he did sign a 5.5-year deal at the football club when we did get him in January. So yeah, it's definitely the best midfield partnership in the Premier League without a shadow of a doubt and that. So yeah, so now let's delve into some more news. Manchester United's transfer budget has been revealed. So Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to be given around £269 million to spend in the summer transfer window. And £269 million, should be enough for us, to get the right number, to get the number of players that we want in, and it should be enough for us to get the right calibre players into the football club and that. Obviously, we are going to offload players in the summer transfer window as well, so we are going to generate money in that aspect. I think we are going to get rid of around 5 players in the summer transfer window. Well, at least 5 players. We could get rid of more than 5 players. I think the players we are going to get rid of, I think we are going to get rid of Phil Jones, because Phil Jones can't even get into the team. I think we are going to get rid of Chris Smalling and Rojo on permanent transfers. We're looking to get rid of Sanchez on a permanent transfer as well, because that would be good news if we could do that, because it would free up our wage pool completely. We're looking to get rid of Jesse Lingard. We're looking to get rid of Andres Pereira and that. Since McTominay came back, Pereira's found game time hard. Since he rallied Bruno Fernandes, Jesse Lingard has dropped out of the squad as well. Angel Gomez, it's looking likely, he's going to be going, because, there's no signs of Angel Gomez signing a new contract at Manchester United. And, we have put forward quite a few contract offers for Angel Gomez, but there's just no signs of him, all signing a new contract. But I think Angel Gomez has got strong reservations, about getting into the first team, because Gomez has only made 6 first-team appearances this season, and only 10 in total since he broke into the senior squad. These clubs that have been in for Angel Gomez, there's Chelsea that have been in for him, Arsenal were in for him at one point, Barcelona have also expressed their interest in that. But we are going to get rid of players in the summer transfer window, because quite clearly there is still deadwood at the football club. And, Solskjaer, to be fair, has got rid of a lot of the deadwood since he got recommended in to Manchester United, But yeah, so Solskjaer's going to be given around £269 million to spend in the summer transfer window and that. Already at the football club, Solskjaer spent over £200 million on 5 players. And of course, so far, he has enjoyed 3 transfer windows at the football club. Obviously, in his first transfer window, didn't recommend anyone in, but in the 2 previous windows, he brought, 5 players in. Last summer, he brought Daniel James, and Wan-Bissaka and Harry Maguire in. And of course, in January, he recommended Bruno Fernandes and Odion Ighalo winning that. So Solskjaer's actually now made 4 permanent signings, because he did get Odion Ighalo on loan. As you all know, Ighalo is going to be at Manchester United until the end of January 2021, because obviously he confirmed the other week that he extended his loan at the football club, and he will be staying with us for another 7 months. We paid Shanghai Shenhua just over £10 million to extend Odion Ighalo's loan at the club. I think, with Odion Ighalo, with Ighalo extending his loan the other week and that, and obviously, with the development of Mason Greenwood, I don't think Solskjaer's now interested, or not that interested, in recommending a striker in, because we was in for a striker for so long and that, But yeah, so Solskjaer's already basically said anyway, he wants to make around 3 or 4 major signings in the summer transfer window because he believes we need that many signings to become title contenders next season. Because obviously, this has been the 7th season now, we've failed to mount any kind of title challenge up. And that just indicates how inconsistent we've been for the last 7 years. But analysing at the moment, City are strides ahead of us and Liverpool are strides ahead of us and that. And like I've mentioned on my recent videos, Chelsea and us are looking to make transfer moves, to compete with the likes of City and Liverpool and that. This is what, we are currently looking to do. And, Solskjaer's already identified the areas in the squad where he wants to strengthen up. He wants to get a right winger in, he wants to get a midfielder in, and he also wants to recommend a centre-half in and that. But I think, we can be competitive in the summer transfer market because, like I said, a lot of our rivals, probably won't even be in the summer transfer market. Liverpool are probably not going to be in it. I don't think Liverpool are going to make any signings. They're not going to make any Glasgow signings. Arsenal, they've had players taking wage cuts. Arsenal could sign someone, but I don't think they'll make any Glasgow signings. Tottenham, Daniel Levy doesn't like to spend big money in that. So reflect on this now, we've got to take advantage of this. And Man City, they might not even be in the summer transfer market. They have got loads of money of City, but obviously, they got fined 25 million in February. For obviously breaking financial fair play rules. Manchester City are banned from the Champions League for the next 2 years. I think, City did appeal against the decision, and I think we do know the outcome at the start of next month of what's going to be happening, whether they're going to get it upheld or not. But, we shall see. But, definitely Man United have got to take advantage of this. But the summer transfer window will be Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's 4th transfer window as Manchester United manager. And like I did say, Solskjaer does deserve at least a couple of more transfer windows. And, he does deserve at least another season at the football club. Because it is a transition period. And like Solskjaer revealed at the beginning of the year, he's hopeful that we can get through this transition period. But it has been a transition period for a while. Let's be honest about that. But like I did say to you on my video that I did yesterday, the big real test for Solskjaer comes in the new season because he is going to be given another season at the club and he does know next season he'll have many expectations to exceed. Our expectations next season probably will be to challenge for the title. Probably not win it, but at least challenge for the title. Like I mentioned at the start of this season, our expectations would have been to finish in that top 4 and all of that, And obviously, our net debt now is just over 429 million. I think it's around 429.1 million is our net debt because it did get confirmed quite a few weeks ago that our debt had risen up by almost 130 million pounds. This had been confirmed by Ed Woodward. Woodward, of course, has said he's willing to back Solskjaer and he's also assured that Solskjaer's job's safe. Woodward did say the other month that we will remain competitive in the summer transfer market, and he did also say though that we won't do business as usual in the summer transfer market. So he basically ruled out big transfers to Man United, and he said we won't be spending hundreds of millions of pounds and that. And there were stories coming out the other week saying that we'd taken a £140 million loan from our £150 million revolving credit facility to help us get through the coronavirus crisis and, to help us get the right calibre players in to the football club and that. So, there you go. Also, not only Ed Woodward's are willing to back Solskjaer, also to the Glazers, they're willing to back Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as well. And, the Glazers have been at the football club since 2005. But yeah, I think 269 million should be enough to get the right players into the club. And I think it should be enough for us, to get us back, to where we want to be because we haven't dominated English football since the Alex Ferguson era. Of course, obviously, Ferguson endured 26 years at Manchester United. Won a total of 38 major honours. The fear factor was there under Ferguson. We was always competitive in the transfer markets. Ferguson always got all the players that he wanted. Don't forget though, Ferguson didn't win out in his first 4 years at the football club when we did recommend him in. So it does take time for some managers to settle in and that. But since Ferguson retired, we have been playing catch-up because in the last 7 years, we've had different managers with different philosophies. We spent close to the £1 billion range on players and all of that. 3 managers have gone since Ferguson. That was David Moyes, Louis van Gaal and Jose Mourinho and that. But yeah, as you all know, we do play Tottenham next week, 19th of June. Really, really looking forward to the game. We do know the season resumes on the 17th of June. I'm very, very convinced that we can beat Tottenham. Solskjaer's looking to beat Jose Mourinho for the second time as a manager, and he's looking to beat, Tottenham for the third time as a manager in that. I think we can definitely beat Tottenham, and these things I'm really, really looking forward to. I'm looking forward, to Rashford being back because Rashford's now back from his back injury. I'm looking forward to Pogba being back. It is our debut at Tottenham's new ground, by the way. Tottenham did pay around £1 billion for their stadium. Our continuous run, I'm looking forward to that as well, because before the football season got suspended, we was in a good vein of form because we are unbeaten in our last 11 games in all competitions. These are a lot of games on television. The race for the Champions League, I'm looking forward to that as well. I'm very convinced that we can get qualification for the Champions League for next season. Very convinced we can do it. We are sitting 5th at the moment and we are just 3 points behind Chelsea. Really looking forward to the FA Cup. Really looking forward to the Europa League because they are chances of us getting some silverware on the board under Solskjaer, because we are into the last day of the FA Cup. We're playing Norwich. We are into the last day of the Europa League and that, So there's definitely no things I am looking forward to. We have got a fully fit squad. As you all know, Tottenham are going to be missing Dele Alli after he got a 1-game suspension from the FA for, offensive coronavirus social media posts, and he's also been fined £50,000 for this. Is Dele Alli in that. But, from a Tottenham perspective, they'll be delighted that Harry Kane's back and also 2 human sons back as well. But I'm very convinced, that we can beat Tottenham because our record against the Big Six sides this season has been exceptional. We've taken 17 points against the Big Six sides this season. But yeah, it is next Friday, 8:15 kickoff and that. Solskjaer's promoted the youth very, very well. That's something else I've been delighted with, because the young players have been given their chances and that. He's promoted the youth well, And yeah, so these positives to take from his tenure. Like I said, we've improved in the transfer market under Solskjaer. That's another good thing. Solskjaer's got an idea of what formation he's going to go with as well against Tottenham. I think he'll probably go with the 4-2-3-1 or the 4-3-3 formation, to be quite honest. I think he's got an idea as well of what his best 11 is. So there you go. So anyway, guys, that's everything to update you today. Drop your comments, likes below on the channel. If you do, consider subscribe as always, and take care. God bless. See you all again very, very soon.